Ms. Ramirez, and in this segment, we're going to be learning about the color and texture of rocks. And before we begin, I actually have an animal friend for you guys. So I'm going to give you some clues to who the animal is, and then I'll let you guys guess. So my first clue is that this animal friend can blend in or hide very well in rocks that are this color. So this animal is originally from a desert and has skin or scales that are kind of like a brown color. So he can camouflage or hide in the rocks that are this color. The other guess is this animal has 4 legs, a long tail, and a beard of skin underneath his chin. He also likes to eat bugs and fruits and veggies. So go ahead and make your guess to who this animal friend is, and then I'll pull him out. So this is Spike. He is a bearded dragon. Bearded dragons, originally they will live in a desert, and notice the color of his scales. He is brown, so he can hide or blend in very well with the brown sand or the brown rocks. So you can kind of see how their colors are very similar or the same. So I'm going to go ahead and put our friend Spike up, and then we'll continue on with our presentation. And Spike is just a type of lizard. So today we're going to be learning about rocks and minerals and their color and texture. So for color, we can use our eyes to help us determine the color. And texture, we can use our hands to help us feel to see how a rock feels, if it's going to be soft or bumpy. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and we'll look at a couple of examples before I show you some real rocks and minerals. So today we're learning about color and texture. So if you need to, feel free, teachers, to pause the video to review some of these color and texture words. So again, with colors, we're using our sense of sight. So we're using our eyes to help us determine if a rock is going to be white or yellow, orange, maybe gray, black, or brown. And for texture, we're using our hands. So we're going to have to touch the rocks to see if it feels bumpy, soft, furry, scratchy, rough, or fuzzy. So let's take a look at our first thing we're going to talk about, and that is birthstones. So birthstones are just a type of polished mineral, and we actually use these birthstones for jewelry. So think about what colors do you see, and also think about what month were you born. So when is your birthday, and what color mineral correlates to your birthday? And again, feel free to pause the video. Now, since we are in the month of November, if you were born in November, your birthstone is citrine. And what color is citrine, do you guys think? And hopefully you guys can see citrine right here. If you were born this month in November, happy birthday to you guys. Your birthstone would actually be orange. So orange would be the color for your mineral. Now, I was actually born in June, so my birthday is June, and my birthstone would be moonstone. And what color is that? Kind of looks like a clear or a white color. So again, take a moment to look at the different colors that you guys see. See if you can figure out what month you were born and what birthstone relates to your birth month. And I think December has the prettiest color. If you were born in December, your birthstone colors would be this beautiful blue color. So I'm going to go ahead and move right along. Here's our first one that we have to show you guys. This is Peacock Chalcopyrite. So it gets the name because it looks like the colors of a peacock. And you can see the peacock right here. It's a type of bird. So again, feel free to discuss what colors can you guys see. So this will be a review of your colors. And hopefully you guys said that you can see some purple, some blue. There's also some blue-green going on, and I see some gold over here. So this is a very colorful type of mineral. And minerals are just super tiny particles that make up rocks. So whenever you find a big rock, those rocks are made out of smaller things called minerals. Here's another one. So go ahead and think about what colors do you see. This one is called agate. It's made out of 2 types of minerals. So what colors can you guys see in here? Hopefully you guys said we can see some red, we can see some black, and we also see some orange. So that's a pretty rock as well. Let's take a look at our next one. What are some colors that you guys see? Also see if you can describe any patterns you see in this rock. This was actually a rock that I found outside. So think about what are some rocks that you can find outside as well. This one was pretty interesting. Texture-wise, it was really smooth. So if you were to touch it, it would be smooth like your table. Colors, I see blue in here, and I also see gray. But do you guys also see the lines? So some rocks can have stripes, some rocks can have spots or be speckled. So rocks can come in all sorts of colors and textures. Here's our next rock. What colors do you guys see, and how do you think it feels if you were to touch it? So this is malachite, and it is a blue-green color. I also see some brown, and if you guys were to touch it, it feels kind of rough and flaky. So if you were to touch these little pieces right here, they would kind of scrape off. Our next one, what color is this? This is sulfur. And this was an easy one, so hopefully you guys said this was yellow. And if you guys were to touch this one, it felt rather bumpy. And then here's a collection of rocks and minerals that we have here at the Environmental Center. Teachers, if you're in Dallas ISD, you can actually check these out from the Science Resource Center. So think about what are some colors that you guys see? How do you think some of these rocks and minerals feel? And which one of these might be your favorite? And I actually like sulfur. So sulfur is this one, number 20. It's that bright yellow one. It kind of stands out among all the other ones. So again, feel free to pause if you want more time to discuss the colors and the possible textures that you guys see there. And I do have a little challenge for you guys. It's a rock scavenger hunt. I would like for you guys to go outside and see if you can find 2 rocks and fill in these sentence stems. So think about the color of my rock is, and the texture of my rock is. So again, for color, you're using your eyes, and for texture, you're using your hands. So I'm gonna stop my share, and I do have just a couple of few rocks that I wanna show you guys. This first one is one that I found outside. So think about the colors that you guys see. Texture-wise, when I touch it, it is really smooth like the table. My next one is this pretty sparkly one that I found outside. Think about the colors that you guys see. And I like it because it sparkles, but if I were to touch it, it's also really bumpy. And then my last rock is this one. I found this one in a creek bed, and it's really smooth because the water was running over it. And what color is it? It happens to be black. So again, try and go on a scavenger hunt and see what cool rocks and minerals you guys can find. We're going to